Good morning, Daltons, and welcome to the paper review here on Quest Today and Quest Today, which is Quest FM and Quest Television. Well, right now, today is the 18th day in the month of October in the year 2023. A lovely Tuesday, rather Wednesday morning here in the studios, and I do hope you're having a lovely Wednesday as well. With that being said, my name is Erikemi Mariam, and let's dive into the papers making the rounds today. We have 4 newspapers this morning: The Nation, The Punch, The Nigerian Tribune, as well as The Daily Trust. And it's a full house as usual. With me in the studios this morning is Alex Ogbonaya, and my colleague, and also Comrade Efe Odomo, our admirable Quest analyst. Good morning, gentlemen, and welcome to the show today.
Good morning. Yes, I'm glad they called us gentlemen this morning.
I always call you guys gentlemen, Comrade.
Yes, okay, but gentle lady, we also welcome you.
All right, the first paper for review this morning will be the Nigerian Tribune. And on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, the major headline that states, APC halts Ondo Deputy Governor's impeachment process and meets with lawmakers. The writer there says Akeredolu rules out return to Germany for treatment. Get more details on that on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune. Moving away from that and above the masthead, we have 26 trillion naira 2024 budget proposal still reflects economy's heavy dependence on oil, says an expert. But get more details on that on page 7. Moving away to the flags of cash transfer program for 15 million households. And this brings about the question, Comrade, I don't know if you're gonna get some money from the president, but
I went for fasting and prayer yesterday so that my name can be there.
Okay, but I do want to get more details on that on page 19. Moving below the masthead, we have on Israel and Palestinian conflict. It says stop the war on Gaza now, says NSCIA. But get more details on that on page 10. And moving over to page 3, says reps probe MDAs over utilization of 100 billion naira COVID-19 intervention funds. More details on that on page 13 of the Nigerian Tribune. Moving on, Tinubu names Aliyu and Arabi as ICPC and NACON chairman. More details on that on page 5. Troops apprehend 59 suspected criminals in Plateau, Bauchi, and Kaduna is also making to the front page, but you can get more details on that on page 5. And also, police bust illegal arms manufacturing company in Lagos and arrest 2. More details on that on page 12. The final headline on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper this morning says storm in Senate as Ndume walks out over clash with Akpabio. The writer there says a drama over points of order. More details on that on page 8. And that's how much we can take on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune.
Okay, from the Nigerian Tribune, we head straight to Daily Trust newspaper. And the lead story on the front page is from the crisis in the Middle East. Israel forces kill 3,308 Palestinians. That's the lead story. It comes with a rider, 500 killed at Gaza hospital, 2,417 children, women among casualties. Palestinian President Jordan King cancelled meeting with Joe Biden. Joe Biden is on his way as we speak to the Middle East to visit Israel. Wow. Below the masthead, Biden must end Israel's war on Gaza. That's also another story that might be of interest to you. And incidentally, that's just all from the Daily Trust newspaper. Okay,
well, the next paper for review will be the Nation newspaper. And on the front page of the Nation newspaper, the major headline there is a statement from Edun. As it says, 84 million living in poverty, not acceptable to Tinubu. More details on that says we will give Nigerians decent work and sustain social protection. And also 25,000 naira cash transfer begins. More details on this on the front page and on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. But moving away from that, we have moving above the masthead though, we have Ayedatiwa's impeachment on hold after APC's mediation. More details on that on page 27. Labour Party tells its federal lawmakers to reject official vehicles. It's making it to page 3. Court issues arrest warrant for ex-Ondo Deputy Governor, is making it to page 26. And on page 6 of the Nation newspaper this morning, it says Abeokuta Ota Road to become world-class, says Ogun government. Like I said, you can get more details on that on page 6. Moving below, we have President appoints helmsman for ICPC and NACON and also PTDF. More details on that on page 6. But moving away from that, we have illegal exportation of gold and other solid minerals gone, says the president. The writer then says from Malake, we will stimulate investments. More details on this on the front page and on page 4 of the Nation newspaper. Senate 6 declaration of emergency on narcotics use and others is also making it into the front page, but you can get more details on that on page 4, and that's much we can take on the front page of the Nation newspaper.
Okay. If you think you've heard the last between the crisis between Labour and government over the wage award, the 5,000 naira wage award, then you better think again, because the Punch newspaper has that story as its lead story this morning, and it is captioned 35,000 naira wage award. Labour gives governors ultimatum. 61 million Nigerians to get 1 trillion naira. And it has a rider ultimatum given by NLC TUC applicable to states, Kano, Gombe, NLC chapters, others. 15 million households get 25,000 naira monthly. Program will reduce poverty, says World Bank. Okay, that's the lead story. And below that one, 14 injured as 2 BRT vehicles collide in Lagos. Wow, you can see the picture there. Thank God no one died. 5 Israeli hostages, free Israeli hostages, France, Turkey urge Hamas. That story is on page 7. Ondo lawmakers meet Ganduje, suspend Aidatiwa's impeachment. That's on page 8. Many feared killed as Oyo security agents and herders clash. You can read up that on page 7. Above the masthead of the Punch newspaper, Tinubu ministers face first assessment January. Tinubu's ministers face first assessment January. And directly following that one, protesters storm National Assembly, oppose EFCC chair's confirmation. That too is on page 7. And finally, from the Punch newspaper, why I want 550 million naira damages for compulsory retirement. Ex-DIG. Okay, this story broke yesterday that some DIGs who were retired compulsorily have gone to court to challenge their retirement. Okay, we'll keep you posted on that. That's that from the Punch.
Okay, at this point, we're taking out the major headlines making the rounds on the dailies we mentioned earlier, which is the Nation newspaper, the Punch newspaper, the Nigerian Tribune, as well as the Daily Trust newspaper. At this point, it's time for us to open the phone line so you could call in and, make it a truly interactive session by stating your opinions, suggestions on the matters. And the numbers remain the same, 081-8888-931 and also 08022-931-931. With that being said, let's take our first call for the day. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Good morning, sir. Yes, I believe this is Henry from Motoga. Yes. All right, please have your say.
35,000 wage award. Labour gives automatic to the state to begin the policy. Now, it's a very good point. That is, but the truth that when I'm like, no, these things will not have the effect of social removal. But that is me. The state should cling to the program. Then again, Biden must end Israel war on the Gaza. Yes, we really start the war that to stop this carnage that's about to happen. Because what Hamas is looking for is to, infuriate Israel into anger, so that when he strikes the Middle East, the Arab country will attack the mission, situation in the Middle East. So please, for Christ's sake, they should come together and resolve this situation. Then finally, Labour Party asked its neighbor to reject official vehicles. Well, let's see how it was at. Because we say that the debate is for the people. But let's see whether this can really come to fruition. This man.
All right, thank you very much. But yes, we're still taking phone calls here on the paper review on Quest today. And we're still keeping it real. And the numbers still remain the same. But let's see if we have a call online. Hello, good morning.
I'm calling from Odiaro.
All right, welcome on board. Please have your say.
Yes, the Labour Party asking the lawmakers at the national level to reject the official vehicles. That is wrong directive. Most of them that won in Labour, they are not a billionaires, they are not a billionaires. They are just like, because of popularity of those of them work. Are they going to be trekking or riding back to Okada to work? You should not give the instruction that will not work. If every other person will want to take decision, let it come from the federal level, especially from the ruling party. You cannot say you cannot be giving order. If Aburi, the chairman, national chairman, is put into power, will you say you will not take official vehicle? The chairman, the chairman, doesn't say official vehicle enough.
even the executives of the national party. So that direction is very, very negative. I don't support it. There are on issue of transfer of money to poor people. This continue of causing pipe has continued from Buhari government. I'm telling you that no poor man is going to get this money. This is the work just wasting that 1.3 trillion naira again. Because the best way to make people to feel it is to pump money into agriculture, pump money into electricity, pump money into road construction, pump money into crashing the price of goods by bringing more goods, because fields that are producing rice, beans in the north, they don't have capacity to feed Nigerians. They are just exporting them through the border to other countries using their camels. So that's why they don't have enough in Nigeria. So let them crash the prices, not by transferring money, because it's a waste. Nigeria should not get that money. God bless and God bless Nigeria.
Thank you very much. God bless you as well. But yes, we're still taking phone calls here, and the numbers remain the same: 08188888931 and also 0022931 Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome on board. Your name and your location, please.
Sunday Utake.
All right.
The situation in the country is pathetic. I seriously beg the money transfer is not properly done at all. I plead with Quest Radio to urge the authorities to investigate and advise the government what to do so that it can be well spread. Here in Europe, it was a pitiable condition that will not help anything. Then the security situation and everything in the country, I beg all concerned, let us be reasonable so that things can be well with us. God bless you.
God bless you as well. Thank you very much for calling in. Well, Alex, I think you should pick up the next phone calls.
Okay, if we have a call. Hello, good morning. Okay, we have a caller now. Hi, good morning to you. Hello, are you there?
Okay.
Okay, fine. Speak up, let's hear you. Good morning.
Thank you, sir.
Tell us your name and where you're calling us
Talking
from.
about the credit traveling to Germany for health reason. I want to say that when will the Nigerian leaders resign because of their health reason? I think that it's high time they start doing so. When you observe your health and you know you cannot progress, or you cannot your health cannot allow you to at least to administer office, you should have to resign. Resign this place for other people to occupy your position. Please, don't see leadership as an entitlement. Please, let us refrain from this character. It's not helping the country. Let us refrain. It's bad.
Okay, that's a good one. Thank you. Corridor is laughing. Okay.
Unless they have to rewrite the Constitution of Africa. Resignation is never part of that constitution.
No, but someone did it. Nelson Mandela did it. He just did for one.
Nelson Mandela
one
was a special creature,
okay,
and
fine.
we never had that
That's
type of
exactly
creature
what my
anymore.
father.
But Nelson Mandela had blood and
creature.
veins, veins and blood in his system the same way every one of us
After
have.
Mandela left, what has happened in South Africa now? What has been the antecedent of another person coming into power in South Africa?
Oh, well, at this point, we just put a hold to the phone calls while we come to Comey, because it's obvious that he's itching to say a lot this morning.
Yeah, if you say so, I won't argue with you.
Well, let's start with one of the things that people are talking about. Is here on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune, says sustainable flags of cash transfer programs for 15 million households. And it begs the question, comrade. Not too long ago, each state was given, what, 5 billion for palliatives. And we didn't see, I don't know, did you see any palliatives anywhere? We did see some social media videos though.
I saw them flying.
You saw the flash, eh?
Flying.
You know, we did see some videos on social media where some people even returned, some chairmen have to return some, well, small bags of rice for, you know, because saying that it's not palliative. So, comrade, at this point, do you think this transfer program is even going to work? Or do you think there should be a better use, you know, there's a better use for that money which they want to transfer?
The whole country has been shouting of how to rebrand our economy. Look, there is no any economic sense in you borrowing money to feed. How do you pay this money back? We are talking of 25,000 naira per month for 15 million families. Number one, what is the statistics in collecting, or what are the statistics used in getting those vulnerable families that are going to be paid the 25,000? How are we sure that money is going to get to the 25,000 people? How are we sure that the list they are bringing is not pirated from somebody in the ministry? The big question now remains: if that money is put into good use, like Henry Ogwara said, the first scholar. We have our ailing an epileptic power supply. We have a energy crisis, which is the petroleum industry. We have very bad roads. We have a health sector that is dilapidating on daily basis. And you want to now call somebody and say, take 25,000 naira for the period of 3 months. You have put that person in a deeper poverty, because you cannot invest that money. If you take 25,000 to the market with a family of 4, at least minimum, a father, mother, 2 children, how much will you use in cooking a pot of soup? The normal chicken in the market now is between 9 to 10,000. And if you bought the ingredients, like you women that go to the market, you should know how much it takes to cook a pot of soup. In less than 1 week, that money is finished. Then somebody will not say and tell you, you have been empowered. That's the language they will use. You've been empowered. In Nigeria, they still empower people with 5,000 naira monthly. You will say, are you that is benefiting from government? You are still complaining. Benefiting 5,000 naira monthly basis over.
But adding to this, Labour has given governors ultimatum, talking about the 35,000 naira wage award. What's your take on that?
They have the right to say they need 35,000, but that still does not solve the problem. What we need to move Nigeria out of this situation is aggressive investment in the areas that will yield results for the country. We cannot be talking of 35,000. 35,000 is still no money. Whether we like it or not, it's still no money. But so we tell you that half cover is better than none. It is not true. Half cover cannot buy anything, so it's as good as you not having anything at all. Let Nigeria look. Let us digress a bit. You know, in the London School of Accountancy, they call it LSA. Those who write the books are different from those who give the lectures in the classroom. Let these people who are thinking economically sit down, have an economic team. Let them do their job is just to do the thinking for the government, and let the government implement what they have come up with. 35,000 naira to you, Mary, let us be sincere. What do you use it for?
Well, I'm putting these questions.
Let me come in at this point. Of course, it's no longer news that all the lawmakers have been, they're now owners of brand new SUV vehicles. But one party, Labour, has told its members in the House not to accept the cash. I mean, sorry, the car gift. What do you make of that?
Well, Labour, they are trying to let the people know, telling the people that they maintain a prudence and dignity. But this is a thing that cut across board. If I don't know how many members they have in the Federal House, their figure is minute. And again, when you look at it, it's appalling actually. That you are talking of 35,000 naira for an individual who is having a family of about 6, or even 2 wives with 4 children each. That's will give you about 11 of them in that house. You are talking of 35,000 naira to be given to those people in a month. Then somebody will sit down in a car worth 160 million. And tomorrow you will say somebody is disgruntled, somebody is agitating. Why would the agitation actually come up? Do we need that type of frivolous spending at this point in time when everything economically is down? Our exports only product we have to export, which is crude, is not doing too well now, despite the fact in the Middle East. We are proposing a budget of 26 trillion, out of which almost 9 trillion is going into servicing of debt. Then we've not started talking about a capital investment.
Yeah.
Then
we have to pause a while because there's something the last caller did mention it. Ayedatiwa and Rotimi Akeredolu. We hear he's in Ibadan, and I read a story about why he moved to Ibadan. That the accommodation in Ondo or in Akure wasn't fitting enough for him, and he had to move to Ibadan, where he's ruling Ondo State. How does that sound, considering the fact that the last caller said this man should just go and allow his deputy to run, the show in Ondo
when
State?
he came back, the first thing he wanted to do was to impeach the deputy.
Okay.
Maybe he got some classified information that the deputy was to unseat him. But the actual sense of it is you cannot. Well, how do I mean? Anybody can fall sick. Anybody can die. Nobody is immortal. You are sick. Go home. You say you are not going. You are relocated and the accommodation is not benefited to you. Then go and build an account for yourself. You are not elected to rule from another state. Are you ruling in proxy? This man is sick. Anybody, and that is the problem we have in Africa. When I jokingly said last time that it is the constitution of Africa not to resign. I think if my memory could still carry me, you made mention of Nelson Mandela. Yes, he did. But Nelson Mandela was a special creature. The first African leader to actually resign was Julius Nyerere. When he said he wants to leave, the country said don't go. He said I'm leaving. He said don't go. After much pressure, they told him, okay, if you want to actually leave, still hold on a bit. Let us give you a befitting house and a moving vehicle that you will be using after your retirement. And that was what happened. But in this case of Akeredolu, You've been out of the country for such a long time. Nobody has monopoly of knowledge. Nobody has monopoly of rulership. You have been there. Assuming he dropped dead in Germany last time he traveled, will they say that they should put his cups on top of his table and put his shoes or his trousers on the seat so that he continue ruling?
Well, comrade, you have indeed said a lot. I want quickly, because time is not our friend here, I want to touch on one particular headline on front page of the Punch newspaper where he says, why I want 550 million naira damages for compulsory retirement. It is coming from the ex-DIG. Comrade, 550 million naira.
I'm not an AIG. I never resigned as an AIG. But you think that he's not the first person to be retired. Why was he retired? You know, when Banting changes hand in the military and the police and other parastatals, everybody below that rank or above that rank is automatically shown the exit door, whether you like it or not. If you don't go, they will compulsorily retire you. Or you have found one thing in one area or the other, you will also be compulsorily retired. So when he said that he wants 550 million, now let us think of it properly. What would have been his entitlement if he had worked throughout his lifetime? Will he have been able to get up to 20 million naira retirement, taking into consideration the salary structure of the Nigerian police?
So this battle he's fighting, you don't think it's going to be anything? It's a lost battle.
But you need to fight some battles for your name to be known. Like somebody saying, I want to look, don't let them arrest you. I say if they arrest me, I will know the IG, I will know the IG,
All right, people, thank you very much. Thank you very much, comrade, for keeping it real here with us, for even being on air with today. We thank you very much. But we do look forward to having you tomorrow as usual.
Yes, definitely. I pray Jesus tarries. Okay. I'm not going to Gaza like I said yesterday.
No, please do not go to Gaza now. But yes, thank you very much, people, for sticking with the paper review here on Quest today. But for myself and my crew, the paper review crew, well, we have to go for now. Thank you for sticking with us, and bye for now.